Do Mad Max, because that's short.
I wasn't at the show when you guys did Mad Max, if you want to.
It's okay, we're all gonna be here for everything. That's not,
Yeah.
we can't play musical chairs all the time. Hey, Conan O'Brien here with another edition of Behind the Nonsense, where we go behind the scenes of some of the bits that we've really enjoyed over the years. We talk about them, and maybe we hear some of what went into creating the madness. I'm sitting here with not all the writers, just the ones that had nothing better to do. We're going to be talking first about the cold open we did at Comic-Con a number of years ago when Mad Max Fury Road was all the rage. We went down to San Diego. Our cold open was a tribute to the aesthetic of Mad Max Fury Road. And so maybe we should just show it and then talk about it?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. God, I look good. Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, Conan, I'm heading down to San Diego to Comic-Con now. Are you ready?
Sure. You gonna take the train?
No, it's only a little over 2 hours, so I thought I'd drive, listen to some tunes on the way down.
Driving sounds fun. Can I tag along?
Of course. Are you ready now?
Yeah. Let's go to Comic-Con.
Let's do it.
We're doing everything.
Not hitting the drum.
I don't know where we got lost.
Still can't see it. I'm coming down.
See, we passed San Clemente.
Yeah, we're off the 5. We passed San Clemente. We're not on it now. We should have hit La Jolla.
We should have hit La Jolla by now. Well, the thing is the guitar's so loud I can't hear the GPS.
I'm sorry. It's so much fun. I get carried away.
I know, but it's okay. Hit me up before we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
Here we go.
Take me up to history! On to La Jolla on the Fury Road!
Yeah, that was a great idea. I had nothing to do with it. How was that hatched?
Levi, you came up with it.
I came up with it during a walk with Jose, where we had walked by a Fury Road billboard and I had just seen it and we were talking about different ways. And it went through a few incarnations, I think, incorporating the cars and maybe I remember at one point we were maybe going to have you strapped to the front of it the way that Tom Hardy is in the movie. So we went through that. And then once the Doof Warrior thing came in, with you. And then once our special effects team jumped on and we're like, oh, we will make a real flamethrower guitar.
First of all, I like it when the parody fits what needs to happen for the cold open. The idea that Andy and I just need to get from LA to San Diego where Comic-Con is, and well, let's drive down. I think the directing here, the shot selection is so incredible. That shot where you move up and you see our band and they're banging away. I mean, we're mimicking what happens in the movie, but we're doing it with our band, and they're still wearing their fedoras, and they're not really wearing post-apocalyptic desert wear. And then you swing around and you see Andy, and then you see me, and it's just beautiful tracking shots. There's so much we do that's improvised and silly, and remotes, things that are played really loose, and then this was just all about precision.
We shot it all in one day, and there's so many moving parts. We drove out to Lancaster. Eric Allard, our special effects wizard at the time, just had a ton of pyrotechnics that you had to deal with, and fast-moving cars and
And
so
then
much.
shot it with one of those dolly trucks. And Seth, who's behind right now, was doing a whole remote control thing with this special dolly truck that they
Yes.
rented
Yes.
that had a camera on an arm, which we'd, of course, never worked with. It was such a movie set.
You can jump out for a second, Seth, can't you? Or you're still busy shooting this?
Yeah, we've strapped Seth into the side of van.
Come on in here and take a bow. Seth!
Seth,
St. Vincent, there you go. Good to see. It just, to me, if you're going to do parody, the shots have to be just right. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also a way that it looks like the color saturation is messed with.
We tweaked all the levels.
Yeah. Tweaked all the levels so it's got that same...
your answer to everything.
That's your... Every time I ask you anything, you say, we tweaked all the levels. And I'm like, oh, good.
And then that was also Rob Ash with Seth working on the colors, because when it first opens, the sky has that kind of post-apocalyptic look, which the original shot, of course, didn't. And that was you and Rob Ash, our head editor, just changed the whole world of those shots.
And we gave it a dusty feel and,
Yeah.
it's a nice palette as far
Yeah, it's got a lot of... It feels like the grays and...
To set the stage, I mean, you're playing this at Comic-Con, so you guys
Right.
had to pay attention to all this detail because you're playing it in front of 1,500 diehard
And a
movie
bunch of
fans.
actuallys.
Yes, at Comic-Con, exactly.
And it's the
this is
Spreckle...
dipping
it's
up from black. And,
Spreckles Theater, which is huge and beautiful and packed, and I'm
And our
backstage.
first time.
Yeah, and I was so excited to be backstage because I knew when we have something all loaded up and ready to go, and we know we've got it, the crowd is there and they're really excited, and we dip to black and we wait a second, and then we come up and we know we've got it. That was sweet. The rest of the show was absolute shit.
Downhill.
Great opener.
It was a real challenge because we shot it all single camera.
Yeah.
And we had a huge day. Basically we were there at sunrise and then didn't leave until sundown.
Didn't it take like 3 years to shoot Fury Road, and Seth could have shot it in 12 days?
Yeah, hey, message to Hollywood. Whatever you're doing is wrong. Get Seth.
the whole
Shoot
thing
10
was
pages a day without
Yeah,
stopping.
get Seth and just shoot 10 pages a day, and it's going to look that good, and you've got it all. You've got, you're fools. I'm telling you're fools right now.
That whole thing came in under $5,000.
It is
Yeah.
apparently the most expensive
It's the
thing
most expensive thing we've ever done.
done for the
Or
show.
one
And
of
it was one of the first things I'd worked on because I was new to the show.
One of the most expensive things we've ever done.
I think so.
Yeah, easily.
I think
You know
Because
us.
of the hot dog.
GE actually missed their profit predictions because of
Yeah. We got to think of what's the piece we spent the most money on for the least return in terms of laughs. I'll come up with that. I'll find it.
Or the writer you spent the most money on that gave you the least.
And the search is over.
Eric Allard. We just all thought.
Sweeney, why don't you come
Mike Sweeney, you can come in. You're allowed to be seen.
Sweeney.
Mike Sweeney.
Hello.
Yeah. These things are supposed to be loose and casual.
Loose. I happened to be in the neighborhood and dropped by. We all assumed we'd add the flames to that guitar in post, which we do all the time. And we went back to look at the truck, and he was testing out the guitar, and it was shooting flames.
We're in Southern California,
Right.
which is constantly plagued by drought. They handcuff you here if you've got matches from a restaurant in your pocket. And Eric Allard built a real flame-throwing guitar. Now, forest fires aren't a big problem in the Australian outback after the apocalypse, but this is a different situation. And as you can see in that, I had to ride down the road, and there were telephone poles on either side of me, and I was with electrical wires, and I was shooting it, and I remember people saying, just remember, whenever we come up to a telephone pole, try and cut the flames, try. Hey, comedian with no experience and very little three-dimensional coordination. When you see the telephone poles come up, try and stop it, because if you light one of those on fire, we'll knock out the power.
For all of Lancaster.
For all of Lancaster, which would be a tragedy.
Did we add the hot dogs in post?
We added those flames were fake.
So the hot dogs were real.
Oh, the hot dogs were real. I was hoping they were fake because the fact that we built the flamethrower but added the hot dogs.
Yeah, we had a real flamethrower, but the fake flames for the hot dog cost $700,000.
On to La Jolla on the Fury Road!
Take me up, fellas!
All right, here we go.